that audio balance. Hello. How about now? Let's see. Still seems a bit loud. There we go. Get the announcements out of the way.
Combat Socks Wombat says ah. Combat Socks Wombat says I'm here.
Hello, Wombat. Welcome, welcome. Just getting my announcements out of the way and we will begin.
Combat Socks Wombat says why does it sound like it says Combat Sucks Wombat?
That is an excellent question. You'll have to take it up with the Honor Guard.
Combat Socks Wombat says LOL.
Alright, posts are out. I think we are doing a move.
Combat Socks Wombat says what are we doing today?
Today, we are going into... Let's readjust this real quick. Today, we are starting a new game of a totally normal run of Pokemon Emerald.
Combat Socks Wombat says very normal.
Entirely normal. And all this text looks normal. Everything's totally, incredibly normal. I am a boy. There we go. Would help if I spelled my own name correctly. Very normal. Normal GameCube. Anything in the PC. A very normal potion. Alright, our choice of starters are Chikorita, Fennekin, or Poplio. What are you thinking?
Lady Minami says I am here.
Hello, Minami. Just in time for our starter
Combat Sock
selection.
Swombat says chick. Mavrius_Mavert says me too.
Hello, Mavs. I hear
Lady
one
Minami
vote,
says Chikorita.
2 votes for Chikorita. That sounds fine to me.
Lady Minami says I have a weather front migraine from hell, but I am here. Lady Minami says my baby YENA.
Oh, hey, we start with Razor Leaf. That seems normal. Don't remember Poochyena having Rage to start off with.
Lady Minami says yeah, that was basically an update from SS IIRC. Combat Sock Swombat says seems legit to me. Totally normal. Lady Minami says and yes, Poochyena had rage from this low level. Lady Minami says I recall that from Emerald.
Well, its Rage is building, but it's still only doing 1 damage a hit, so I'm fine with that.
Lady Minami says she is very small. Lady Minami says her rage is toddler rage.
Alright, Chad. What are we naming Chikorita?
Lady Minami says Grant. Lady Minami says for the Jurassic Park scientist.
I was going to make a joke about that, so same page. I will absolutely accept Grant the Chikorita. Oh shit, this is one of the games where names are all caps, isn't it?
Mavrius_Mavert says Malcolm. For the other Jurassic Park scientist.
We might be naming the next Pokemon we catch Malcolm.
Lady Minami says we can name a fossil Mon Malcolm. Lady Minami says or that.
No, it's a totally normal Emerald run
Mavrius_Mavert says use.
with an infinite candy. That's pure normal. Nothing at all is different thus far. Let's see, I don't think we have any Pokeballs yet, do we? Yeah, no. Alright, so no catching anything just yet.
Lady Minami says also settler for the paleobotanist.
I'm sensing a theme here. Alright, so no catching until we talk to May. Nope. I should use the D-pad, not the thumbstick.
Lady Minami says listen, the dinosaur erasers I bought for morale just came in. Dinosaurs are on the brain.
Hey, Grant, I do need you to do a little more damage. This baby rage is unhinged. We must be careful.
Mavrius_Maverick says Grant. Use solar beam.
Hopefully someday soon. There's May. Hey, buddy. I remember vaguely how to play this game. It's just... I really like the Gen 3 starters. Chikorita, Fennekin, the other one. Like, it's a good round mixture of designs, I think.
Lady Minami says Poplio.
That's it. This Fennekin is kicking my ass. Just go ahead and heal real quick. Ooh, levels, hell yeah. Alright, let's go get some Pokeballs so we can get this run off the ground. There's me, I probably should have healed. Oh well. Alright, let's see who we can get. It's Route 1, so there's probably nothing too interesting. Do we care about a Sentret?
Lady Minami says I like furry.
That's good enough for me. What do we want to name the Sentret?
Lady Minami says alert feed.
Does alert feed fit? Oh. perfectly. Alright. Occurs to me I should probably heal. So let's... real quick. Alright, let's check the stats on alert feed. And normal, fluffy. That sounds like a Centret to me.
Lady Minami says fluffy. Lady Minami says perfect.
And it does have a sharp type move. That should give us some good coverage, I think. Who else we got? How are you guys feeling about Puccietta?
Lady Minami says baby.
If you have a name for the baby, do let me know.
Lady Minami says no, baby is fine.
Perfect. Excuse me, sir. We are good to keep going. Oh, sir, we already have one of you. That does remind me. Let's take a look at Baby real quick. Oh, he's not Baby, he's Angie. Oh no.
Lady Minami says NG type.
And all he's got is rage. And Grant is a grass bean.
Lady Minami says I love the C face for NG type.
Oh, actually, it occurs to me. Where is it? We can use this to quickly just get everyone up to Grant's level. Oh, McPhee learned Teddy Tumble. Alright, what do we got? Scratches the foe with sharp claws. I think foresight. Yeah, let's get rid of foresight.
Lady Minami says I love Teddy Tumble, that is a great move description.
I'm not going to be abusing the infinite candy, I'm just going to use it to make anyone we catch approximately the same level as the rest of our team. Who else do we have up here?
Lady Minami says yeah, using it as a poor man's EXP share is smart.
I just like the idea of being able to use anyone we catch, since up until the Elite Four and Ultra Moon, kinda didn't have that option. Let's see, is this going to kill Krabby?
Mavrius_Maverick says Mr. Krabs.
Oh fuck, it's super effective against us.
Lady Minami says no, the fluff gets wet. Lady Minami says no, I wanna name this Craptastic.
I will let you two fight that one out amongst yourselves. But also, Minami, you've named pretty much everyone, so... Actually, I think we're just going to go with Mr. Krabs for this one.
Lady Minami says yeah, that's fair as well XD. Mavrius_Maverick says nah, Craptastic is fine.
If you're sure. Because I do want to be sure everyone gets an opportunity to name.
Lady Minami says please people, I don't want to dominate the names.
It is a dude.
Mavrius_Maverick says it's fine, I'll save it for a bigger one.
Alright, that's fair. Crabtastique. Let's see. I'm so used to having to open the menu with like X from Moon and not having to use the start button for that. It's completely fucking with me. Alright, Vice Grip. Cool.
Lady Minami says that is fair LOL.
Alright. Naturally, it is a crab type. Alright, so... I do not know what the type chart is. So chat, you might want to start making a conspiracy board. We know Fluffy is weak to water. That's it. Hi, buddy. And Sharp is super effective against Crab. Anywhere else we can go? Do I remember the Hoenn map? Not especially.
Lady Minami says wonder if that's something opening the crab with a shell related.
Here's where we want to go. Hi, friend. Now, if I remember right, I think I can hit this. Yes, I can look at the opponent's Pokemon. Love Disc is an ugly friend.
Lady Minami says there's a baby type LMAO.
Alright, so Fluffy is super effective against either ugly or friend. I'm gonna guess friend? Not sure.
Lady Minami says I would think it's strong against ugly. Lady Minami says BC Fluffy tends to be cute.
That could be it. Let's swap you guys around. Hi, Lotad. What is your deal? Oh, you're a vibe type. Do we have a name in mind for the vibes-based Lotad?
Mavrius_Mavert says Lillipad.
Lilypad it is. Right, Pidove. Boring. Boring. Why did I use
Lady Minami says how dare they call a pigeon boring.
Okay, so
Lady Minami says they do not appreciate birds.
flying super effective against crap.
Mavrius_Mavert says okay, I have to ask, these aren't canon Pokemon types, right?
Oh, fuck. No.
Lady Minami says the only canon types we've seen are normal and grass. Lady Minami says everything else is memes.
My god, is this bird super effective against our entire team? I'm just gonna huck a Pokeball at it. What's the worst that can happen?
Mavrius_Mavert says huh.
Alright. What do we want
Lady
to call?
Minami says spy.
Yeah, there we go. That works. Our team is looking kind of rough, so let's heal
Lady
up.
Minami says name this bird Spite BC. I love Bidove. I say, loving all the bird type Pokemon.
Let's get our 2 new members up to speed. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of spiteful. Let's lead with spite for a bit. Hey, buddy. Now, is bug still an actual type? That is not a bug.
Combat Socks Wombat says WTF.
I believe this is Galarian Ponyta? Or a Lowland?
Lady
One of the
Minami
two?
says he's attacking you with a children's TV show. Lady Minami says yes, that's Galarian Ponyta. Mavrius_Mavericks says eat it. Combat Socks Wombat says looks like cotton candy. Lady Minami says I do love it but it's funny. Lady Minami says gender. Lady Minami says wheeze.
Okay, so I'm noticing it has 3 types. That's going to make things a bit
Domination
complicated.
says like most Pokemon do. Yes. Combat Socks Wombat says dog it's a friend. Lady Minami says if Sylveon isn't a gender type Pokemon I will call foul and demand a retype.
Alright, bug catcher, neither of these are bugs. Oh, it's a baby type.
Combat Socks Wombat says baby.
Alright, so I think Gust or Flying is super effective against Baby.
Lady Minami says babies do tend to be weak to wind.
Magby? Where's... Alright, so we can find Magby up there. What about Ponyta? That's a late game Pokemon. Hi, Routes. Routes is a space fairy.
Mavrius_Mavericks says get it.
Oh no. No, we're gonna be right back once we have some Pokeballs.
Mavrius_Mavericks says no. Lady Minami says we need to restock. Combat Sock Swombat says so how about those Pokeballs EY?
We need a lot of Pokeballs, thank you. Unlike last time, I can't really do Corvid Mischief, so I can't give us a ton of Pokeballs and make that not an issue. So we are going to have to be a bit more careful with our ball usage. Come back, Ralts. I don't care about you, P-Dub. I already have one of you. Got one of you, too.
Lady Minami says Ralts please let us save you from 4chan.
But I know you're in here. I know you're here. What if we try a different thing of grass? Definitely doesn't have any effect on anything, but mentally. Oh. It's closer to the right color scheme at least, but not what we want. There we go. This shouldn't kill. I said that, not knowing the type interactions. That was really risky. Oh, do not you dare. Alright. What do we want to name the Space Fairy Ralts?
Mavrius_Mavericks says hoorays. Green tea. Lady Minami says it's a male Ralts too.
I heard green tea.
Lady Minami says we can make a space knife. Lady Minami says green tea is a cute name.
Oh. Alright, so Sword and Shield has really spoiled me on being able to access the box from anywhere. Alright. Who do we want on the team?
Lady Minami says I do have a bias to Rald, so I say green tea over Lillipad for now.
I think I'm fine with that. Get green tea up to speed. Alright, I do think we've exhausted all the encounters on this route. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, kid, what you got? Lickitung is... Huh. Huh. Huh.
Lady Minami says the first type is questionable, but I agree with SUS. Combat Sucks Wombat says well, at least we know its political standpoint.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Love this we've seen. Oh, don't snap out. Oh no, it's adorable. Alright, so we're probably going to be avoiding Lickitung in the future. Hey, buddy. What's your deal? That checks out. I do believe you'd be weak to bubbles. As I'm learning the type chart, I'm making moves. Oh, no. Dark flying baby.
Lady Minami says that's P Cannon.
Okay, so Crab is super effective against either Dark Flying or Baby.
Lady Minami says I imagine Baby.
Babies are historically weak to Crab. Is this our first gym? Hell yeah. Oh, this is Dad's gym, right. Can't fight you yet. Alright. Off you go, Wally. I wonder if it's possible for the game to, like, land 2 crits in this battle and accidentally kill it. I imagine all the damage is scripted just to avoid anything like that, but... Right. We just... No, please. Excuse me. No, wait, now hold on. I'm pretty epic. No, come back. How dare you call me out like that, sir? The rudeness of that man. We've already got, but let's see what confusion does to it. Alright, either space or fairy is weak to water.
Lady Minami says potential in space. Lady Minami says BC Fairy is neutral to it.
Hi, Cricket Top. Checked what your stats were. Oh well. Alright. Any name in mind for Cricketot, or do we skip him and move on?
Lady Minami says MIDI.
I miss being able to just check their status right after catching. There's... Well, I can check here. There's a lot of quality of life stuff the later games add that I am missing. But that's whatever. Song type. Okay, that's new. With Growl and Bide. Anything else? We already got you. We could use a little extra experience. Never mind. That cake not very good against boring, maybe?
Lady Minami says boring would be my guess yet.
I'm not really seeing anything new in here. So we will just move right along. Well, now in Base Emerald there should be like a Wingle or something here. There's gotta be something we're missing. you have? I yearn for new information. Stunky, great, cool. Stinky type. Yeah, that fits. And monkey type.
Lady Minami says monkey.
Oh, I like how the underguard says monkey.
Iruka says not sure I enjoy Auto Stinky as an attack.
No, I'm with you. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we're really gonna be any sort of stinky type trainer. Great. That's fantastic.
Mavrius_Mavert says that's like fighting a Congo Lala in Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah. Alright. Do we take poison damage as we move?
Mavrius_Mavert says not a stink fan. Lady Minami says yes we do in Emerald.
We do in Emerald, but it looks like we don't in too many types. So they did make it function
Lady
more
Minami
like
says
later
unless
games.
they changed it.
Right, baby. All you've got is Angie. Okay, Angie is super effective against vibes? That tracks
Lady
in my
Minami
head.
says vibes I guess.
What about Fluffy? Seems Angie is neutral on Fluffy. Hey, Evie. Bye, Evie. We have not seen Cleffa yet. I assume baby type. Yeah, that checks out. Alright, so something about baby, space, and fairy. Like, either Angie is neutral against all of them, or it's super effective against one and not very effective against the other, and it's canceling out. Because I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm pretty sure Baby's going to be weak to rage. fluffy type. Oh, I need to check. Oh god, he is faster than us. That is not great. Oh god, it's setting up. Alright, very super effective against Engie. Good to know. Does anyone want to name the Cottony? If not, we can move on.
Lady Minami says sheep.
I can do sheep.
Mavrius_Maverick says pups. Yuruka says that's a cauliflower. Lady Minami says yes, including the.
Unfortunately, it looks like we don't get parentheses. Unless I'm completely blind. So what if... How's about that?
Lady Minami says perfect.
Want that item, please? Please, thumbstick.
Mavrius_Maverick says beautiful.
It is setting up, isn't it? Alright, Craptastic, I need you to take this thing out before it unleashes its cotton cannon against us. Or never mind, we're good. You are just entirely too bulky for me to deal with. I have not seen a Shroomus. Asp, a land pirate. Hi, Sandshrew. How's it going, buddy? A ground friend. With ball as a type. Sure. does crab do
Lady
against...
Minami says there are definitely some spherical Pokemon.
Alright, ball is neutral against crab. This is vital information.
Mavrius_Maverick says Baldy.
No, sir, please. Why does the pirate have a ground attack? Yeah, sure, I'll take a great ball. I guess that's vaguely bug-like. Very vaguely. It's silly type. So normal, not very good against Angie. Peck, really good against Angie. How do boring and silly interact? Hey, Hophead. You are a grass friend. Game. Is there anyone else in here we want to grab before we move on? Let's see. Well, yeah, sure, okay. Guess it's a little electric, baby.
Lady
don't
Minami
thunder
says okay little and baby feel redundant.
They do feel a little
Mavrius_Maverick says oh, baby shock trap.
If I use rage, is it gonna kill you? Like, that's my concern. Let's give it a shot. Yep, that was my concern. Alright. Do we want to keep farming to get another Pichu? Or do we want to move on? I will leave that up to chat.
Mavrius_Mavert says apparently that still holds up. Baby is weak to rage. Domination says move on.
Pikachu's got too much clout. Like, I don't want to deal with Pikachu and all that baggage.
The Magna Cygnus says I've been missing Myth stream, I am upsetting. Iruka says baby is weak to everything, I bet.
Hello Magnus, welcome. Yeah, I think baby being weak to everything is a fair bet. What is Porygon though? Porygon is a prime gamer. Knows Hype Train.
Lady Minami says Prime is a funny type, LOL. Mavrius_Mavert says baby is strong against giggles though. The Magna Cygnus says holy shit XD.
Alright, so grass is super effective against Porygon. But why? Because we're telling a gamer to go out and touch
Lady
grass?
Minami
Is
says
that it?
The Magna Cygnus says gamers
Oh my
don't touch
god.
grass. Lady Minami says they never touch grass.
Son of a bitch.
Iruka says touch grass. Iruka says yeah.
That's fantastic. Alright, lady, what you got? Give me more information. Other than that, you are Bug Poison Fluffy. Supersonic is song type now. That makes sense. Okay. How's our crab looking? Crab's not looking great, but... Oh, that's real not good. Come on, Crabtastic, I believe in you. No!
The Magna Cygnus says NOOO. Lady Minami says crab down.
Alright. What else do we think might be super effective against Fluffy? Or Poison? Baby's nearly dead.
The Magna Cygnus says spike. Mavrius_Mavert says fire. The Magna Cygnus says because bird type probably.
We need to get a fire type. It's Gen 3, so fire type's rare, but also, like, the encounters are completely different, so maybe it won't be as bad. No, do not. You. Tremendous dick. Of course, right into a supersonic, of course. does Fluffy interact with itself? Alert feed, please. Okay, that's to be expected.
The Magna Cygnus says Fluffy resists Fluffy, makes sense.
Yeah, I kind of figured, but you never really know for sure until you try. How does Sharp work against Fluffy? Oh, there we go.
The Magna Cygnus says ah yes. The Magna Cygnus says because you trim the fluff. Mavrius_Mavert says wait, maybe Fluffy is weak to baby. Because babies always hug the crap out of fluffy things.
We'll need to get some baby type moves and do some tests. Okay, what are we dealing with? Water ugly, alright. Only knows splash. Smash type. What do you mean by that game?
The Magna Cygnus says Mavrius_Maverick says as in, pass or smash.
I don't know. Could be in relation to Smash Brothers, but I don't see how. I think it might be as in or pass. Well, it's gone now, so we don't need to worry about it.
The Magna Cygnus says I prefer to presume Smash as in Smash Brothers because I think Diglett was something that could pop out of a Pokeball.
Diglett? Honor Guard? That's how you pronounce that? Diglett? What you got? Here, Fluff. Flash Pound, Foresight, and Teddy Temple. It's not the Teddy Temple. Pinto powder. Alright, what is Pinto power? Do we care about Pinto power?
Lady Minami says not really, but I applaud the name.
I think I agree. It's not really beat stick focused.
Domination says it's better than Growl.
Oh, that is true.
The Magna
Shit.
Cygnus says the name is funny, yes.
Oh, we are looking rough. We might wipe. Might. Now we're good. Weasel? Hey, guy.
Lady Minami says Spite once again saves the day.
Water and Fluffy. I don't think he can actually hurt me either. He can make me hurt myself, though. No, don't make this take any longer than it needs to, please. Okay, we desperately need to heal. Thankfully.
Shattered Shamrock says what does all types mean?
Hello, Shamrock. Let me heal.
Lady Minami says it means shenanigans.
And we can go through our current party, and I think you'll very quickly get an idea.
Shattered Shamrock says ROM hacks are shenanigans by default.
Alright, so we'll start with our starter, who's a grass bean. Then we have Spite, who is a boring and flying type. Ralts, the space fairy. Sorry, green tea. Alert Feed, the normal and fluffy type. Baby, the Angie type. And Crabtastic, the crab type.
Shattered Shamrock says, oh thank God, I thought they just replaced normal with boring and I was about to throw hands. Lady Minami says you are valid.
We also have Lilypad, the grass and vibe type. Midi, the bug song type. And Sheep Puff, the fluffy
Shattered
type.
Shamrock says all of my favorite normal types got converted to fairy types. It was like coming out in Pokemon.
Oh, we did see Porygon.
Lady Minami says LOL.
Porygon is a prime gamer type.
Shatter Shamrock says, how dare they do that to my Ep01.
Rock and ancient
Shatter
type.
Shamrock says Porygon is clearly a spreadsheets type.
Okay. Ancient type. Bulky but can't stand monkey. Or sharp. Sharp is good. We have some sharp.
Shatter Shamrock says numbers matrix type.
I think we should see what Pokemon are around real quick, and then we can hit the gym. This is a grass poison baby type. Which means that if I hit it with anything, I think it's going to die.
Shatter Shamrock says, are you building a visualizer for the type strength / weaknesses, or is that a fool's errand?
I encourage chat to build their own conspiracy board. There are 3 types per Pokemon, which makes it a bit more complicated to figure out. So far, Baby has been weak against everything. Would anyone like to name the green baby?
Shatter Shamrock says Lima.
Lima it is.
Shatter Shamrock says Lima Bean Baby.
Oh, I hate it. Alright.
The Magnasigna says who is more. Laughing face. Shattered Shamrock says also non-shit post talk. The tracking on this avatar is really stinking good.
Aw, thank
The
you.
Magnasigna says I love this lil guy.
Alright. In that case, we will catch
The Magnasigna says he becomes a big toot blaster.
Shamrock, I've been trying to get, like, hand tracking to work too, but it just doesn't
Shattered Shamrock says
Really?
all scream all the time.
work with my setup. Because right now it's basically just tracking the head and mouth and like rotating the body to follow the head, and that's the extent of the tracking on it. Alright, what are we naming the Whismer?
Lady Minami says surround SND. Shattered Shamrock says that's like 98% of what you need. Lady Minami says for surround sound. Shattered Shamrock says K108.5 the surge.
Yeah, Surround SND itself is too long. And I don't think... Like, Shamrock's only gotten to name one so far, so let's go with the Surge.
The Magna Cygnus says, oh I know. Lady Minami says that is fair. The Magna Cygnus says Dolby. Shatter Shamrock says SRND SND. Iruka says THX. The Magna Cygnus says because Dolby makes surround sound.
Guys, you need to stop being so fucking clever. That is entirely too many excellent names for this Pokemon. Oh, wait, is there not a period? Oh, there it is.
The Magna Cygnus
Oh, no, but
says
Surge
being
is
clever
gonna
is all
fit
I
here.
have.
Fuck.
Lady Minami says you know that is illegal for me under Corvid law.
Okay, I've got it. I've
Shatter
found the...
Shamrock says oh the search was just a bit.
There we go. We nailed it. Have we already had a Puccino? I keep running into self-professed bug trainers, but not a single bug to be found. Oh no. Oh, it's rock and water, guys.
The Magna Cygnus says LOL. Lady Minami says just guys being brothers.
Really, Bros gets fully read out on her guard? That's... okay. Alright, so good news. Guys doesn't do anything
Minami says
to
we
protect
need to
them
teach
from
honor
grass.
guard more slang. Shattered Shamrock says guys type symbols is two holding hands. That's very good.
Oh, is this a guys type trainer? Oh no. Dino doesn't have two heads. Oh, he's an Angie Dragon.
The Magna Cygnus says I wonder if this means there's also a brothers type, because then. The Magna Cygnus says NG type.
Dino doesn't really strike me as Angie. That's... oh, Grant, please. Grant, please.
Lady Minami says it is according to the Pokédex entries, or at least its evolutions are. Iruka says nah, he seems chill as hell. The Magna Cygnus says oh you know, Dino evolves into a guy's type because it grows more heads.
Alright. Who do we think is going to be super effective against an Angie Dragon? I think Fluffy might?
Lady Minami says NG is weak to Fluffy.
I just don't know how
The
Dragon's going
Magna
to
Cygnus
affect it.
says I wonder if Diglett would become a guys or brothers type when it becomes Doug Trio.
Alright, Teddy Tumble, let's go. Oh yeah.
The Magna Cygnus says NG weak to Fluffy.
Write that down, chap.
Lady Minami says so Dragon is either neutral or also weak to Fluffy. The Magna Cygnus says because Fluffy makes the NG stop. Shattered Shamrock says Doug Trio is still a singular creature, The other heads are decoys.
I don't know if that's true. I think you're fucking with me. Well...
Shattered Shamrock says I am.
That's what I thought. Let's bring everyone up to the same level. Disarming voice. I think that's... But what does that do? What does that do,
The
game?
Magnasigna says it was fairy, but it never misses. The Magnasigna says it does damage.
Oh, power, duh, brain. Brain, it says power right there. I'm a fool. Was that just read to me as a status move? Is Bite still going to be Dark type, or is it Angie type? Yeah, that checks out.
The
That
Magnasigna
checks
says LOL. Lady Minami says LOL. The Magnasigna says I'm so happy crab type has a lil crab in the icon. Iruka says well. Iruka says now the game is pandering to you.
Dark type still exists. We have learned something valuable. It's hard to say.
Shamrock says are any of the default types removed? I'd assume they only added, not removed.
Without seeing all the types, it's impossible to know, but I think it's just additions thus far, but also my baby boy. Somewhere out there, Zumba still exists. Wait, no, I didn't check his stats. Fuck!
I guess Zumba now.
Oh yeah, Zumba got turned into a marketable plush.
Shattered Shamrock says well you know they hang out in this route at least.
Well no, that was a well, actually.
Shattered Shamrock says oh no it was a trainer.
Where are you? My son, all the way over there, fuck! We have a new goal.
Lady Minami says we have motivation. The Magnasigna says I hope. The Magnasigna says Zumba has sneaky as a type. The Magnasigna says I really want that to be a thing.
Not seeing any new wild Pokemon here.
The Magnasigna says oh wait no it's probably SUS type because of its illusion ability.
Guys, I might become a sus type trainer. Okay,
The
what are we
Magna
doing?
Sickness says Sorge. Shattered Shamrock says Sus.
Sharp Ghost. And it won't let me look at the other one.
The Magna Sickness says I mean yeah that do be a sharp ghost.
I don't have anything that I think interacts with sharp work. How does crab interact with ghost? Alright. That's not useful. How about you and you? Water not very effective against crab. Good to know.
Lady Minami says I mean that makes sense, they live there. Mavrius_Maverick says only if it's boiling water. Lady Minami says Hinge my buddy.
Hinge? Is that what the other guard said? Hinge? If training in AI wasn't a colossal waste of precious resources, I would definitely make a Microsoft Sam text-to-speech thing that knew how to pronounce Pokemon names. Like, just to improve this default Microsoft Sam voice. Wait, can I inspect Snom? No, please let me inspect Snom, damn you!
Shattered Shamrock says can't you program the OG MSM with new pronunciations?
Maybe. No, God, please! Snom.
Shattered Shamrock says it'd be a task and a half. The Magna Cygnus says no.
I needed to learn about Snom. Where can I find you, Snom? Where are you? Fuck. It's going to be a bit and a half before we can learn more about Snom, guys. Hey, Impidimp, what's your details? Is that an Uno reverse?
Lady Minami says Uno reverse. The Magna Cygnus says Uno reverse type.
What does that mean? Oh no.
The Magna Cygnus says oh no.
Alright, I'm going to make a read here. I'm going to bet that gamers are weak to water because haha shower. And I'm going to guess because of Uno reverse. You dick. So,
Lady
I...
Minami says, oh, I think I know the Uno reverse gimmick.
Yeah, I think it inverts weaknesses.
Lady
and
Minami says it
strengths.
might invert weakness and resistances.
Yeah. Fascinating. You are sound bug.
Yuruka says that would make sense.
What
The
does
Magna
crab do
Cygnus
to
says, oh,
sound
that unlike.
bugs?
Oro routes would be mean.
An Uno reverse baby. Strong against everything. Or resistant against everything, I should say. I need more Uno reverse type. Oh fuck, right! Gen 3 has secret bases. Oh, that's awesome.
Yuruka says, "Aye."
We have a Whismer. I think in base game it's only Whisper here, right?
Lady Minami says sounds right. The Magna Cygnus says I believe so. Maybe a Diglett or two as well.
I thought there was a plot thing here, but I think it's later. Alright, let's get out of this awful Whisper hole. Oh, good. Oh. Hi, friend. Hello. Oh, you are super weak to water.
Lady Minami says we do need a fire type.
Alright, so water is going to just kill it outright. How do we think Fire and Fluffy interacts with Crab? Oh. Oh!
Yuruka says probably neutral or mildly weak. Shattered Shamrock says if they made Shedinja a Uno reverse baby type it'll truly be impervious. Yuruka says crab might hurt water. Yuruka says fire.
Alright. Crab weak to fire. We have learned an important new element of this game. Alright. What are we naming Vulpix?
Shatter Shamrock says ER, fire.
If I do not hear anything else, we will name it Fire.
Lady Minami says Karama. I don't care if the Karamas are male, I like the name Karama. Mavrius_Mavert says Firefox.
Those are all good names.
Lady Minami says BCUU Heikusho.
Fuck, that's playing.
Mavrius_Mavert says because internet. Shattered Shamrock says sure Sam, that was close enough. The Magna Cygnus says I second the Yu Yu Hakusho name. The Magna Cygnus says that show ruled.
I am hurt by the Underguard's
Lady
pronunciation.
Minami says it just got the hard A instead of a soft A, that was P damn close.
I know Tyranno would also...
Mavrius_Mavert says I actually third Karama, because Naruto.
Tyranno would give it a 4th, alright. Rama it is. From the hit Japanese cartoon Yu Yu Hakusho. No, Wismer, please, we already have one of you. We've seen so many of you. Let me beat up this child and then go fight a gym. Alright, Golet. Well, we know you're weak to sharp.
Lady Minami says yeah ancient is on brand for it.
Spite doesn't have any sharp moves. Let's...
The Magna Cygnus says ball type. The Magna Cygnus says some Pokemon will always be ballin'.
This is true. Okay, hold on. Alright, so either normal... Sorry, not normal. Either boring or flying is weak to ghost. I'm guessing
Lady
boring.
Minami says ghost is strong against boring. Shattered Shamrock says oh no, I'd be an ancient type trainer, or space, unless there's rainbow. I don't know what to expect tbh.
We haven't seen rainbow type.
Lady Minami says no rainbow yet, but they're is gender.
Minami's got me covered. We've only seen one gender type thus far, and it's Galarian Ponyta. Alright. Before we fight the gym, do we want to
Shattered
mess...
Shamrock says discard gender, embrace prismatic type.
Alright. Who do we want on the team for the ancient gym? We know Sharp is good against it. So, our boy Baby should definitely be on the team.
Iruka says loaded for pure aesthetics.
I think you mean for vibes.
The Magna Cygnus says Okarama had a charcoal. The Magna Cygnus says sweet free item. Iruka says oh ho 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 ho.
No, it was alert feed that had a sharp type move, not baby. Right? Yeah. I think we're good with the current team for now.
The Magna Cygnus says if alert feed didn't have a sharp move, I'd say swap it out.
We could swap Kurama for alert feed after the gym.
Lady Minami says that sounds good.
Gone. Do we want to strike foes with beans? I think we want to strike foes with beans.
Lady Minami says yes. The Magna Cygnus says get rid of Growl.
Oh shit.
Lady Minami says forget Growl.
Fuck.
Weaponize beans. The
I'm
Magna
a fool.
Cygnus says ah well.
I alert feed. You are leading the charge. Alright, let's see what we're up against. You don't gotta do my man Geodude that dirty.
Lady Minami says man, that's just rude.
I'm not an ancient type, so... I didn't mean to initiate a double battle. Uh-oh. Should be fine. Oh, fuck. I was kidding about us. Oh, no, I was thinking, Uno reverse baby, not sus baby. Ugly rock. Tackle, defense girl. Wait, what? That's not who we're fighting. Where's...
The Magnus Ignis says,
Alright, Honor Guard didn't want to say
Lady
that
Minami
one.
says I think he game bugged out.
Yeah, I don't think Double Battle works great for the Inspect Enemy Team feature. Yeah, that's... Alright.
Lady Minami says oh it just focused on the individual trainers mod.
Oh, fuck.
Lady Minami says that's wild.
Anaroth is probably ancient. Fuck.
The Magnus Ignis says anorted my beloved Lil God.
Dog.
The Magnus Ignis says him and Armaldo are some of my favorite fossil mods. The Magnus Ignis says puppy.
Can I check? No. Yeah, I can only look at one trainer's Pokemon. That's unfortunate. We will not get to learn more about Rockruff. Sorry, Rockruff. Unfortunately, the dude who was supposed to be leading us is dead. Let's go fix that real quick. I don't think we need to level up anymore. Roxanne shouldn't be too much higher than those guys were, and they weren't much of a problem at all. Does this mean I can look at her entire team? It does. Alright, so we lead with Crab to take out the Geodude. switch to alert feed to take out her ancient Pokemon. Oh no. Alert feed, I need more crits from you, buddy. This is working. Maybe Ancient is still weak to water. Crab is unaffected by Ancient. That's good to know.
Lady Minami says crabs are immune to Ancient. Lady Minami says everything returns to crab. The Magna Cygnus says you cannot fossilize a crab.
Unfortunately, Ancient is also pretty good against our abilities too, defensively. Okay, let's see how Rat fares. Oh, that's not great. Bean is super effective against Ancient.
Lady Minami says or SUS.
Or Grass. One of the three. Bean is super effective against one of the three.
Lady Minami says thank you Beans.
Bean wants Fury Swipes. Why are you guys type? Why is your base power 18? I'll take the coverage.
The Magna Cygnus says because multiple hits probably.
That makes sense. Alright, Ancient Psychic versus Beans, let's go.
Lady Minami says ancients are weak to beans.
How does Ancient fare against Angie?
The Magna Cygnus says I mean plants do grow through old ruins so it makes sense.
How about Dark? Right, you're Psychic type. No! Fuck! Oh no! I was so focused on the new types, I forgot that I have a Dark type against a Psychic.
Lady Minami says Myth, did you forget to buy potions?
I may be out of potions, yes. 10 HP, that's
the
not
Magna
going to
Cygnus
do
says
it.
oh no. Lady Minami says fool.
Here, I've got you covered. Because we can't do it on my channel yet. Here it is.
Are you stupid?
Yes, yes I am.
The Magna Cygnus says that said, Angie doesn't seem to be weak to Ancient.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Floundering here just a little bit. Alright, flying versus ancient. Let's give it a shot. Not very effective against boring and flying. That's good to know. It's a learning experience. We're scouting out some of the type
The
interactions.
Magna
That's what's
Cygnus
going
says
on.
I mean boring can't be Ancient. The Magna Cygnus says it's too boring.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
The Magna Cygnus says oh no.
Oh no! It is level 15. Song's probably not. It's probably going to be neutral against Ancient. Let's see how it interacts with Psychic. Oh. No.
Lady Minami says chat we're in danger. The Magna Cygnus says Ralts isn't that strong of a Pokemon either.
Alright, so Ancient can't hit Crab. I'm willing to bet it was one of the other
The Magna
types.
Cygnus says Vice Grip. The
Yeah.
Magna Cygnus says because staff.
Alright. Neutral. So, either Sus or Grass is resistant to Crab. But neither Ancient nor Psychic are.
The Magna Cygnus says yeah.
Or it could be Ancient is weak to Crab, but Psychic is resistant, so it's canceling out. Never not had it. Totally in the bag. Easy game for babies. First try.
The
Don't
Magna
look
Cygnus
at the
says
rest of my
power
party.
Crab. Lady Minami says hell yeah crabs.
Excuse me?
The Magna Cygnus says Minami and I were playing crab champs with her partner last night, so more crab victory is good here.
Alright, so the rum hack is not giving us
The Magna
infinite
Cygnus
TMs.
says the axe replaces the Cudham probably.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is what it's going to be.
Lady Minami says I mean if they replace the HMS with items I appreciate it. Magna Cygnus says the real question is what replaces serve, because I want it to be a Lapras Vloetier.
Lotier? Is that?
Lady Minami says okay sure, honor guard, bring the British military into this. Lady Minami says BC it read HMS as an actual acronym. Lady Minami says aka His Majesty's ship.
Thank you, Honor Guard. Thank you. What do you think? Level everyone up to 15 to match the gym leader?
The Magna Cygnus says yeah. Lady Minami says yeah I say 15 is a good meter.
At no point do I ever want roar. Quick attack. And just get rid of tail whip, sure. God, you're learning so many moves.
The Magna Cygnus says lot of physical moves on a special attacker XD.
Physical. Don't need puff up.
Lady Minami says they did backport that physical/special split, which is good.
Why are you learning so many moves? Excuse me? Excuse me? File W9? Excuse me?
Lady Minami says oh no, taxes. The Magna Cygnus says LOL.
We will have no taxes in this game. Air cutter, however.
The Magna Cygnus says forget growl. The Magna Cygnus says or not XD.
It keeps happening like right after I hit. I'm sorry. Alright. Swift, I will wait and let chat discuss this time.
Lady Minami says I say over double team.
My double team is broken as hell, but like to such an extent that I don't want to use it, so yeah.
The Magna Cygnus says obviously we should keep Swift. The Magna Cygnus says it's space type. Lady Minami says BC Teleport is useful to return to Pokemon centers before we get whatever replace flying. The Magna Cygnus says that alone makes it great.
I don't think we care too much about Lucky Chat. It is vibe
Magna
space.
Cygnus says, I
nice.
appreciate Lucky Chant is a vibe move, but don't keep it.
Hell yes, Bubble Beam. I think that's just a straight up improved bubble, right? Yeah. Now, before I replace Bubble with Bubble Beam, do you want me to replace Leer with it instead? Or Mud Sport?
The Magna Cygnus says, nah, just upgrade bubbles. Lady Minami says, yes, replace Leer.
Son of a bitch.
The Magna Cygnus says, hot XD.
I don't care about Odor Sleuth.
The
That's
Magna
not a
Cygnus
beat.
says, I mean Bubble Beam isn't good on Krabby either way, it's a physical attacker.
Alright, explain yourself. Oh fuck, that's pretty good.
Lady Minami says, lol, replace Growl with that. The Magna Cygnus says, heal and speed. Replace Growl yet.
Yeah, that just seems hella good. Grant should be close to evolving, so we'll put Grant out front.
Lady Minami says, I recommend saving. The Magna Cygnus says there was a move like that in Pokemon Fool's Gold for their version of Slowbro. It healed and boosted SP attack, it was kinda cracked.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. And thank you for the reminder, Minami. Hi, Vulpix. We already have one of you, and I'm terrified what you could do to Grant, so we're just going to move right along. Oh no, they've stolen Pico. Alright, Team Aqua, do you have any actual water types? That's not...
Lady Minami says, imposter. The Magna Cygnus says, this guy seems pretty sus.
Fire, Fluffy. Just got rid of our dude with Sharp. No, my precious attack. Wow, that bite RNG? Hell yeah.
Iruka says, oh no, baby doll eyes on baby.
Oh no! Wait,
Iruka says, I too talk about my boss in all caps.
why can't I use teleport here? For what hateful purpose? Whoa. Whoa. Sure. Alright, where the hell's the Devon Corporation?
Lady Minami says, I think you need to give it to the guy.
Oh, fuck. I think you're right. Thankfully, he should just be right over here. Pokénav is pretty much just the map, right? Oh no, we only have 30 minutes left on today's stream. No! I'm having fun though. No, for fuck's sake. I don't want to call anyone.
Lady Minami says the simplicity of Emerald with typing shenanigans is hilarious.
So I don't know if the Gen 4 games have been fully reverse engineered yet, but this ROM hack exists because they've fully reverse engineered the Gen 3 games. And they have just full access to the source code, like with the Ocarina of Time PC port. Which I think is really fucking neat. There are no encounters up here. Okay.
Lady Minami says that is really fucking neat, and explains why Gen 3 is the go-to for Romax/Fang games.
Oh,
Eureka
yeah.
says it rules so much if that was standard practice.
I know someone
Eureka
has
says 10
made...
to 15 years out, here, source code is public.
Yeah, I'd love that, honestly. It adds so much to the replayability of games. I know there's, I believe, a Unity template out now that basically lets you recreate Gen 5 style Pokemon games from scratch, which I think is really neat for like the fan game community, but I don't think I've seen anything make use of it yet. Oh, right, Fennekin. I probably should have swapped. There's no way you're strong against Bean, are you? Oh
Eureka
god,
says
fire.
there's someone who used Unity to fully program an original Mega Man game. Eureka says without taking a line of code from the original.
That is really sweet. I love how creative fans can be when given tools. Fennekin, I need you to chill the hell out.
What type is Fennekin?
Fennekin is fire magic. It knows Eldritch Blast.
The Magna Cygnus says ha.
Oh, it is
Lady
faster.
Minami says Eldritch Blast.
Oh
Eureka
no,
says
it's getting
Eldritch
faster than us. Okay. Baby, I believe in you. How does dark interact with magic? Okay!
The Magna Cygnus says I was gonna say use Swift because clearly space beats magic, but then green tea exploded.
Alright, so fire good
Lady
against
Minami says
Engie.
Engie is weak to fire.
Oh god. It's only becoming more powerful. Alright, Crab's weak to fire. Grant's weak to fire. Kurama is
Lady
fire.
Minami says this Fang game is doing Fennekin justice.
Oh my god. Boring is weak to fire. Fuck out of here, Fennekin. Holy shit.
The Magna Cygnus says got M.
Fan game is doing justice to May, too. Fuck. I don't remember her being nearly that dangerous. Let's quickly heal from that near disaster.
Lady Minami says I love how the simplicity of type swap is an effective power shake-up.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely loving this ROM hack thus far. Oh, that's so nice. Hi, friend. What are you?
The Magna Cygnus says, oh, what's his type? The Magna Cygnus says, LOL. Lady Minami says, boring and stinky feels mean.
Do we want this? Oh, it's a truant too? I thought truant was only for the final form.
The Magna Cygnus says truant is on Slaycode and Slaking. Lady Minami says no, Slaycode has it too. Lady Minami says Vigoroth is the oddity. The Magna Cygnus says yeah.
Well, I'm gonna grab it just to have it, but
The Magna
he's
Cygnus
going.
says oh.
He's going in the box.
The Magna Cygnus says oh, they buffed truant.
Oh, is it?
The Magna Cygnus says Slaycode got free stat boost on the truant turn.
Oh. That bodes ill for Norman.
Lady Minami says yeah, having it raise a stat for that no action is a clever way to balance it. The Magna Cygnus says it was special defense though.
Do we want to name the slack off?
The Magna Cygnus says I don't know if it can be other stats, but a free boost is still a free boost. Lady Minami says melatonin for the name.
Into the box with you, melatonin. Maybe have you. That being said, we are close to leveling. Not nearly that close, though. Fuck. No! Oh, damn it.
Lady Minami says no. Lady Minami says The Shining.
We'll have to come back for the shiny later. Oh good, Dad Norman. Of the Wisconsin Normans.
Lady Minami says Dad Norman made me laugh so much as a kid.
Just set our teleport spot. Alright, what can we do in the 18 minutes we have left?
Lady Minami says get lost in a cave.
Sounds great, my boy. He's sus fluffy.
Lady Minami says this is a correct typing. The Magna Cygnus says accurate typing, yeah.
I need him in my party right now. I'm taking you. Oh no, Bean's not very good against sus Fluffy.
Lady Minami says I think SUS resists it.
What if you write SUSS? Will that get it through?
Iruka says you fool. Lady Minami says sus. Shatter Shamrock says sus. Lady Minami says okay, that's how we do that one.
Our Bean is evolving.
The Magna Cygnus says enlarge print. Lady Minami says become bigger Bean.
Alright. What's your deal now, Grant? Still a grass bean. One of these guys gives me the rod, right? Or is it someone back in town?
Lady Minami says it's been so long I do not remember. Shattered Shamrock says baby.
It is baby time, and it is dead. This one's Angie. How does Bean interact with Angie?
Shattered Shamrock says how could you do this T-Hing?
Alright, Bean's super effective against Angie.
The Magna Cygnus says Angie is weak to beans. Got it?
Deal in space. With an Angie move.
Shattered Shamrock says Angie. Lady Minami says steel/space is actually clever.
I don't know if Grant's going to be good against
Shattered
Steel
Shamrock
slash
says Angie.
Space.
Shattered Shamrock says damn it.
What if I were to try?
Lady Minami says hold on Ange. Mith says Angie. The Magna Cygnus says Angie. The Magna Cygnus says god damn it. Shattered Shamrock says Angie.
Okay.
Shattered Shamrock says Aya. The Magna Cygnus says Angie. Shattered Shamrock says Angie. Lady Minami says Angie. The Magna Cygnus says that's how you get it. Iruka says Angie. Lady Minami says I love how we're trying to teach honor guard proper words.
I shouldn't... We shouldn't need to put together a wiki
Wait, does NG work?
just to have a list of, like, so you want the honor guard to pronounce something correctly. Here's the list. We could probably put that in the Discord somewhere.
Lady Minami says a thread in Corvette Mischief, perhaps.
Yeah, that's not bad. I will make a thread there for you. Uno momento. How do I make a thread? I will figure out the thread after stream. Oh, right, we need to beat the gym leader in order to use Flash, so... we got 12 minutes left. I think we might be able to take the gym. Depending on what it is.
Lady Minami says that never stopped me. I wandered around lost and just brought an escape route.
Now hold on.
Lady Minami says I mean rope but semantics.
Oh, no. Oh, I don't like any of what's being established.
The Magna Cygnus says. Stinky typed in a fighting gym makes sense though, cause sweating.
It makes sense. Yes.
The Magna Cygnus says it's gross but logical.
Okay, now Honor Guard, what the fuck?
The Magna Cygnus says, logical. The Magna Cygnus says I spelled the word wrong.
Ah. Right. Manky
Lady Minami says okay, so it was Honor Guard calling out a typo. Lady Minami says understandable. The Magna Cygnus says logical is funny to hear said though.
That we need a monkey type.
The Magna Cygnus says OOGA Booga.
Honor Guard, I
says
swear.
world loves an Angie monkey.
Alright, how does Bean interact with
The Magna Cygnus says Oaga Booga. The Magna Cygnus says well Bean beats Hang Heat, we know that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not the gumption of a sailing man.
The Magna Cygnus says double the double.
Go on.
The Magna Cygnus says friend type.
Excuse me? What do you mean bad is a type?
Says, I'm so happy. I like Ryle a bad type. Lady Minami says badass. Shatter Chamrock says but bad like, cool bad.
Oh
Lady
yeah.
Minami says or bad boy, one of the two. The Magna Cygnus says yeah cause it has the shades.
Right, I need you, Spite.
The Magna Cygnus says oh okay just cleave both of them there. The Magna Cygnus says good job, Spite.
Has Spite been hard carrying the team today? How are you doing, buddy? How close are you to leveling? Real close.
Lady Minami says Spite has been hard carrying the team for real for real.
I think Spite needs to go on today's thumbnail. Why?
The Magna Cygnus says tiny, normal pigeon made of anger.
Use this at once. You tremendous fucker.
The Magna Cygnus says I do not like the stinky type.
You absolute cockheel.
The Magna Cygnus says makes sense for the skunk but also no.
I'm the angriest I have ever been. Hey, good news. Fire beats Stinky. Oh no.
Lady Minami says Stinky doesn't like fire.
Oh yeah, it's monotype,
The
so...
Magna Cygnus says well what type is it for sure? Besides Stinky. The Magna Cygnus says oh it's just pure Stinky okay. Shatter Shamrock says flammable.
What level does Spite evolve on?
Lady Minami says it's an Unova mod so later than it realistically should have. Yuruka says I think 18 or 22. The Magna Cygnus says Pidove evolves at 21.
Why?
The Magna Cygnus says I went to check.
For what hateful purpose? Guys, there's a
Lady
zoomer
Minami
time.
says because Unova. The Magna Cygnus says dance type. Shattered Shamrock says Unova was hard mode shrug. Lady Minami says Unova was bad about higher end evolution levels.
Alright, so... Flying is super effective against one of these, probably just fighting. I think we have time, for one more battle, and then next week we will start off with the gym leader. Alright, normal super effective against boring.
The Magnus Ignis says Scratch is sharp though.
Right, it's sharp. Right. Normal, sorry, boring, weak against sharp? Or flying weak against sharp? What does it mean?
The Magnus Ignis says and yes seems true and just boosts SP def on its off turn.
Alright.
Lady Minami says okay yet it seems to be SP defense, which makes sense. BC Slaking and Slaycoat is a HP sponge and good with physical defense but not so much special defense.
See, I'd be concerned if it was like raising both of its attacking stats every other truant form, so it's just this cannon that's just getting stronger and stronger the longer it's out. But yeah, that is going to do it for us tonight.
The Magnus Ignis says it's not moody, that would be cracked.
Thank you so much for joining. I had a ton of fun, and I hope you did too.
The Magnus Ignis says later Myth O slash. Lady Minami says this was very funny.
On Monday, back on the main channel, we will be doing
Yuruka
another
says,
run
"See you
of
shortly."
X7. See you shortly, Iruka. On Tuesday, we will be doing... I don't remember what our warm-up's going to be for Tuesday, but we're going to be doing more Dokapon Kingdom, so you'll be able to catch that on both the main channel and here. Thursday, we're actually going to do last week's winner, which I believe was Tunic. We're going back to Tunic for Thursday Night
Lady
Thunder.
Minami says Tunic.
And then next Saturday, we'll be right back here taking on the gym leader of the Stinky Fight Gym. That is it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Crover.